Hello, so it is Amanda from Learning to Love Well, and guess what I just got in? My Masterbooks order. Sorry, my hair's crazy. It's not getting along with me. I didn't feel like putting makeup on. That's okay. We all have these days. And I got my Masterbooks order that I put in during their Cyber Monday sale, which gave you like an additional 15% off. And I wanted to show you what I got. So I'm sitting on my bed. Ignore that cord. That is the cord that goes to my heating pad because I hurt my back in a bounce house. Long story short. But the kids had fun. I had fun. I raced my kids. I came out with some battle scars. Those battle scars are still healing. Okay, so really quick, so I've got 2 boxes. So I'm going to flip you around and show you what I got. Okay, so we have Language Lessons for a Living Education 3 and 5. And we actually do this in conjunction for 3rd grade and younger. We do Horizons. Sorry, my talking hand. We do Horizons. And then for 3rd grade and up, if they're ready, they go to Abeka Language Arts, starting with Language A. And we find that we like this in conjunction with those because it's a little bit more fun. It deals with more artistic things like picture studies, living stories, comprehension, all in one. They're very short lessons. They say they take, I don't know, like 10 to I think they said 30 minutes, but honestly we take like 10 minutes on these. They really don't take long. Top of that, full of scripture, and they do oral narration, which if you are not doing oral narration with your kids in some form or fashion, I highly recommend it. Oral narration is great for anyone who is going to have to present. In college, we had to take oral speaking and learn how to give speeches, and I have not seen another curriculum that integrates it so much as this one does. And so I love that. It helps kids learn how to form their words and communicate, and my kids and I like this. So we also have down here, right here, we have our Passport to America right here. And this is going to go with another curriculum. So here we have Great for God and Foundations in Faith. This curriculum is more focused on, it's a Bible curriculum that focuses more on doctrine and what does Scripture say and what does Christianity actually like what are the foundations of Christianity. So I love this. Definitely love it. Sorry, our funky looking pillow over there. Our funky little pillowcase, I guess you could say. So I do love this. So my eldest is going to be working in this book, not this year, but next year, because these are all books for the coming year. And it also, the set needed a Great for God, a missionaries who changed the world. So I love this. I love when my kids can listen to stories of other missionaries and their experiences. I think sometimes in the Western culture, we get a very skewed idea of the gospel. And I like my kids to know what both Western and Eastern Christians are going through in the world. I feel like it's a good way to strengthen your faith as well. Okay, so here is More Than Words. If you have not done this Bible curriculum and you are looking for something that is very easy, open to go, and I guess what I would say is easy, open to go, and very Charlotte Mason style Bible curriculum, this is for you. Rebecca Spooner used to run a channel called Homeschool On. She is also the creator of Gather Around Homeschool. We have level 1 and we have level 2 for the different grade levels in our home. And so I really like this. Very open go, very easy to read and understand, and she breaks big theological ideas into little ideas for kids to understand, comprehend, and then build a life off of that. So, yep, so we have 2 more catch on to cursives, and then I'll get to that one right there, because I'm a little bit giddy, guys. I'm not going to lie. This is so exciting. Okay, so this is the Pilgrim's Progress John Bunyan, and a foreword by Ken Ham. I have a Pilgrim's Progress lover in my homeschool. We have watched the movie. We actually have the Abeka readers of Pilgrim's Progress, Pilgrim's Progress, Christiana's Journey. They love this book. We actually also have a very old copy of John Bunyan's Pilgrim's Progress. And I think my husband found it at a thrift store, which I thought was super cool. And so we are super excited to get into this. I know that actually this is too old for my child. He will not be going into this grade. Or child has a 10th grade reading level according to their SATs. And this particular child can read all kinds of books, has no issue with it. So I think because they didn't have a language lessons for living education in the grade that this child will be going into. So I went ahead and got this one. If it becomes too hard, too tense, too much for this child, then we will move this child to, or just hold on to this curriculum for later. But because of this, I wanted this child to have the ability to look through it and see if this is something that they want to do. So I am super excited. The Journey Journal. I'm so excited. My inner geek is showing. Okay, so now I am going to break this box, if you can see it. There we go. I will clean that up. Oh, look. All right, let's see what we have. I'm going to start pulling stuff out. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go to this. Okay, so, whoa. Okay, this is what I like about Masterbooks. This whole curriculum, you see how thick it is actually the whole curriculum for this history curriculum. And whoa, I'm going to get this, guys. I will get this together. I will get it together. Okay, so this curriculum is actually going through the spiritual heritage of those who shaped our nation. When we were looking through this, it had whole biographies of people who signed the Declaration of Independence, and I want my kids to realize that when the Constitution was written, it was written with a certain ideals. And the thing is that when you separate the person from their writing, it becomes very hard to understand what that intended author's meaning was, because things that are in our way of writing things versus other people's way of writing things can be completely different based on the culture. In school, I learned about cross-cultural communication and how what communicates in one culture one way is completely different in another culture. And I really want my kids to get the basis and understand the history of this company, or not the company, the history of the Declaration of Independence, understanding that a lot of the people were very faith-based, even though they're trying to take that out of our education now. And I'm going to get off my soapbox before this video becomes very long. Okay, so we have World's Story, The Ancients, and this is World Story 1. We are working on this. I really super like this. So we did Angela O'Doyle's America's Story 1, 2, and we are currently working on 3. But this is for next year. And it is for 6th to 8th grade. I do all of my kids in one curriculum for history, geography, science, and I sprinkle a ton of different things in it. If you're ever interested how I kind of piece together all what we do, I can make a video of that. And just because it's right for my family does not mean it's going to be right for yours, but I thought this was cool. So we're going to do the creation of the Roman Empire, and I am actually pretty excited because these are not told where it's so factually heavy that you brain dump it the moment you learn it. It's really taught by living stories. And so the things that we've read in America's Story 1 that interested my kids, they've still retained it. I love that. I do. And I let my kids actually do, instead of doing all the worksheets, we actually let them put on a play for their living stories. And then I just take the worksheets as we want them and as we need them. And that works for our homeschool. Okay, so, oh my goodness. I will work on getting this out, because if I don't, I'm going to, well, I don't know what I'm going to do other than try to get it out again. Okay, so the last curriculum that is in this box, which seems like a lot of curriculum, right? Okay, is elementary and U.S. geography and social studies. So I have, or is current, I'll get it together, I promise. Lord willing, I'll get it together. Lord, please help me get it together. Okay, so we have, right now, we are doing Passport to the World. So we have the opposite one, and then we have the World's Atlas, the Children's Atlas of the World. And we're going through that this year, which, hey, so next year, we're really going to hone in on the U.S., and I do like the fact that this year in Passport to the World, we've been cooking through the world, which, listen, I like to eat. This works out very well for me. We've made homemade pretzels. We've made pizza. We made gata. We made, or gata, if you know how to pronounce it, drop the comment in the box below. We have made all kinds of things. This year, coming up, I think we've got Napa cabbage to make. We have cod we're going to be making because we're subbing it for another fish we can't really get in our area. What else are we making? Oh, I think we have curry. We have naan bread. We have a ton of stuff that we're learning. And my kids are learning cooking skills, 1, which is amazing. 2, they're learning to explore the world in a very tactile way. And 3, they're very short lessons. I don't need them to memorize all the information back and forth, but I do want them to be familiar with geography. And this is kind of the way that we're doing that this year. And we're actually doing this with a friend, so that makes it so much more fun. Who doesn't like doing things with friends? And so this comes with the teacher's guide, the Children's Atlas, and the Passport to America. And that actually, and then this is where these come in, by the way. That's why they're separate ones. Because each one of my child gets their little passport book. We're going to print out some pictures, put their picture in it, and then they get these little stickers that they get to cross off where they've been around the United States. So for me, this is just a really cool hands-on way of doing geography rather than just trying to do a quick overview through it. We also have some like highlight magazines that we have in storage that I think I'm going to go dig out so that we can do it all at the same time, or maybe I'll save it. I don't know. We haven't decided yet. But this is next year. I need to pray about it and kind of see what's too much or too little for my kids. So I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to flip you guys back around. Okay, so thank you for joining me first off for our Masterbooks box opening. I'm not even going to lie. I'm so excited to kind of like start tearing through these curriculums. Now on the website, look at this. Guys, this isn't even funny. I need to do my hair. I forgot what I was saying. Okay, yeah, got it. Okay, so on the Masterbook website, if you pick on any of these titles, underneath the bar, there's a click link a hyperlink that you can click. And it actually has a really good amount of samples on the website that you can look through each of these books. I didn't show you yet because copyright is not what I want to get right now. And I need to further explore fair use versus, yeah, we're working on that still. And if there is a a curriculum that you really do want to see and get my honest opinion on it. Now, it might not seem like an honest opinion because obviously I love Masterbooks, but it's because it does fit my family style. If you are one of those people that really like Abeka and really like the classical traditional style of things, some of these curriculums you probably are not going to like. But in my homeschool, I take curriculum that I like, that has good information, that's engaging, that's enjoyable. And if something doesn't work for me in the curriculum, I just switch it. it really doesn't give me a ton of heartache to just be like, okay, kids, we're not going to do this website because, one, it's not on the grade level of some of my kids. Two, we just kind of flip things in when we need to. We cover the information we need to. We hit the core requirements that's required in our state. But I don't feel the need. I really want my curriculum to work for us, not so much us work to fit every curriculum. If you're looking for a curriculum that fits your exact style and has everything that you want without you having to add in, it's going to be really hard to do. But what I like about Masterbooks is I don't have to worry about the information. You know, they have a lot of trusted authors like Ken Ham, some of the people at Answers in Genesis. Roy Comfort has even done some stuff for them. Very biblically sound people, as well as what I really like is everything's very engaging. I haven't found any of the books, like they're very high quality books, and they do put teacher's guides with them. And if there's something that is in the curriculum that we just don't want to do, don't have access to, or I don't think it's going to add value to the lesson, or maybe it's just too overwhelming, I just simply sub in something else, or I just nix it all together. I know for some people that would heartbreak them, and I used to be one of those people until I realized that curriculum is made to serve us, not us serve the curriculum. I really want my kids to get a good education and one that they enjoy. So that's one of the reasons I love Masterbooks, by the way. The living stories, we can always go further into it by grabbing library books or anything else that needs to be done. I thought my husband was bringing me coffee. He's not. We'll address that later. Nope, he's charging his phone. Anyway, if there's something that doesn't fit our family, we'll just take it out and add something else in that needs to be added. Or if my kids want to explore something, for example, you know, how to cook. That's one of the reasons why we love the geography sets for the US and the world, is because my kids are getting older. I want them to be able to have the life lessons that they need to, they're not having to come home to mama's house to eat me out of house and home when they were in college. Although I would welcome them because I love them very much. But I want them to be able to survive and thrive on their own because they can take care of themselves. There's been a phenomenon in colleges where kids don't know those things, and I don't want to leave my kids high and dry. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this Masterbooks flip through. I hope if you have any questions about any of the curriculum that we've used, I will be happy to say how we've used it, or what we really enjoy about it, or if there's something that you want more of an in-depth to, let me know, and just let me know. And if you really want to know what we've used and things that we really like and really enjoy and would totally use again, please let me know. These are what we're currently using. I've been pretty, I want to say stable with this. And we've stuck with Masterbooks. This is now going on our 3rd year. And like any curriculum, there are things that are wonderful. Like I love Abeka. But sometimes those lessons get really long and very repetitive. And so sometimes, you know, I'll tweak things. And as long as my kids are getting it, I'm not after busy work. I'm after them understanding and carrying a lifelong love of learning, and them carrying the information that's needed for life and their education and further education on. That's the whole point of homeschool. I think sometimes we overthink it. I know I did. I overthought it. Sorry. I used these little scissors to open the boxes. They're probably not for that, but it's what I could find, and it worked very well. So please don't stress. If you see something that you like and you want to know more, go on their website, explore it. Some of these books are beautiful, 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 beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you'll enjoy learning about it. And honestly, I can't wait to get into that Pilgrim's Progress book. So y'all have a great day. God bless, and I hope you enjoy.